or different actors. I see the relationship between NGOs, government, and development partners, generally with regard to corporate responsibility, in such a way that there has to be a meeting point for all these actors. And first of all, we need to define why is everybody doing what they are doing. And at the end of the day, you find that many of the intentions are the same. It is promoting development among communities. It is making lives better for themselves. For the corporate entities, for example, it is the making of profit. But in making that profit, they are also bettering their own livelihoods. And in governments, they are also looking at development of their communities. So you find that the intentions are similar in terms of outcome, but there's a mistrust from the different groups that should not be happening. I think there should be transparency and accountability from all sides. The business actors must be transparent, the NGOs must be transparent, and the governments also, as well as development partners, must be transparent. And there must be regular dialogues to be able to exchange information, and people being able to take constructive criticism and being able to be open-minded enough to make changes where a problem has been identified, and not to create these fences.
Government should take the responsibility, because the investors are coming to our country. So you can't just make it voluntarily. Voluntary commitments. The environment should be created for better respect of the environment and labor rights and better welfare. So therefore the government should set up the regulatory framework, and any contract that is then entered into within the soil of that particular country should respect the minimum, the standards. So then you need to build in indicators, watchdog activities, monitoring, which then you can draw in civil society expertise into that. You should also make the workers partners. If it is a land, like we heard, land rights issue in terms of a resource that is to be used, then the ownership of the land, if it is displacing indigenous people, whether it is displacing fishermen. In Sri Lanka it is going to be a big issue, and it is an issue where the shore, seashore, is no more the seashore of the fishermen. It is a seashore of the tourism industry. So what happens to the fishermen? What happens to their life after they get displaced? Is there compensation? How do we secure that part of that development, part of that progress Sri Lanka is achieving through this tourism comes back to the person who is displaced as a result?